Today, I'm going to share with you this bunch of cards that I've created over the last 6 months. Some have shown up in blog posts, some have showed up in videos, and I just want to share them all with you in one place. In the summer of 2025, I taught you a masterclass on taking a sketch and making lots of different cards from it, changing shapes, orientation, and products. So we used a sketch. Basically, that started this one was the one that was true to the sketch. So these were the layers. They were cut exactly as the sketch showed, and I even added the same embellishment that the sketch showed. Then we started twisting it and turning it to create this card. We just switched the orientation, and then we started getting a little more creative. I got a bigger greeting, so I moved it around, but still kept the same kind of layering behind. Then we switched up the shape and I changed it to a circle, scooted it down a little bit more. This is something you might also consider. This is taking an embossing folder and showing the debossed side. Traditionally, most of the time, we're showing the embossed side, but sometimes the debossed side just looks cool. This is also a great tip if you're making masculine cards. Sometimes that debossed side lessens the femininity of the folder. And then this one, we completely stretched that greeting area and then flipped and put the greeting on top, which would have been the underneath strip that you saw in the other cards. So lots of different ways to use a single sketch. Again, the video and associated blog posts and supplies are all linked in the description below. Next up, we had the double slash sketch. This one had a slash here and a slash here along a layer of your card. There was a technique that I taught so that everything got lined up, because when you make these diagonal cuts, things a little bit cockeyed. If you don't space it correctly, you can check out the video linked below to see how that was done. But we did this technique with both designer series paper and a embossed layer using a die cutting folder. The final sketched set of cards I'm sharing are the ones from the triple layer sketch. This one used a very small neutral piece to highlight a layer, and then we used 3 strips of designer series paper to fill in the space on the second layer. We added a greeting, popped it up, and that was it. So this is a very simple sketch to use. There were tips and tricks on why I put the greeting in different places, different ways that you could do the layering of the 3, and there were also suggestions on different kinds of material besides designer series paper that you could use for these layers. Again, video linked below along with the blog post for supplies. Although there were a number of Halloween cards that I showed you during the season, I got a little behind in my own stamping, so I sent a lot of them to people that I always send Halloween cards and candy to. So this is the one that I have left to show you, but rest assured that the other posts and videos that relate to Halloween are linked in the description below. Next up, we have a video where I taught you the triple time technique, which we have used over the years, but this time we only used greetings to create the effect of the illusion of the greeting carrying through multiple layers. Again, the video is linked below and you can get the dimensions and all that good fun stuff. But in both cases, we used greetings to demonstrate the triple time technique and then finished off each of the cards. I don't know if there is an inside to both. So there we go. Now for something new to you. These cards have not been posted on my blog or used in a video, the tags either. These were things that I created, intended to share, or needed for another project and then had extras. So I just thought I would share them with you. Unfortunately, I've needed a lot of thinking of you cards lately, so these were just designs that I created. They're both blank inside. I used a simple embossing folder, the brick embossing folder, distressed brick, the thinking of you from With You in Mind, and the die set is the textured notes die set. And then these are current in color flat pearls. So they just mixed and matched the Secret Sea cardstock and ink color. I love how dark blue it is. It's almost black, but it still gives me the control of a regular dye ink stamp, or sorry, dye ink. Then the other things that I made, I loved the tag set in the mini catalog. And so I made these tags and actually used them on gifts. I made these two just to, when I was playing around with this, just to see how it looked when you layered up the stripes and the snowflakes. You also have obviously that wintergreen to layer up too. And then this was when I was experimenting with what I was going to send this year for holiday cards. I created this one and it didn't end up making the cut. So I thought I would share it with you. One more tip I wanted to show you. This is a background that I started making for one of the cards because after I got done making all of my Christmas tags that you can see right here, this is this tag created lots and lots of these spruce colored fern elements. And so I started layering them on layers of spruce. And then I ultimately created some cards with this. I don't have the cards left. They are in the mail, but I did end up with one extra layer here. So I just thought I'd show you another thing you can do with a lot of your little die scraps if that's what you end up with. Now we have our fun fold of the season. This was the easel card, and I demonstrated during the video how to make this Merry Christmas card, sharing tips and tricks about this fun greeting set of dies that you can use to create these cards. And an easel card is simply this. It just has a space here that holds this up so that the card can easily display on a mantle or wherever the recipient wants to put it. So we made two fall cards, one with a greeting, one without. This showed you an easel card using a square shape and a minimal latch, if you will, or stopper. It was just a layer of cardstock. This one had no greeting and had a very popped up stopper. And we used, again, that same die cut set to create these words. And then, as I showed you, the Christmas card had a layered stopper and the die cut greetings for Merry Christmas. These cards use new products that only Stampin' Up! Demonstrators can get their hands on right now. I showcased all of these in a video along with the products that I received in my pre-order to show you. So take a look at that video, again, linked below, but let me give you a quick rundown. This is a happy birthday card. This Love You is also in the same set, and I made this a gift card, happy birthday card using just a simple sketch. And then I made 3 Valentine's cards showcasing both that same stamp set as well as a die set of Valentine's dies. And then this one also has the embossing folder that goes in the one of the Valentine's suites. So this one has, they're blank inside. This one's blank inside right now. We'll check the others. I can't remember. But anyway, this one uses the largest die from the heart set and then the greeting and the folder. This one uses smaller hearts along with some hugs and kisses that are included in that. Then I actually used this same Valentine's Day greeting, but I used a split technique where I stamped the whole thing in a lighter color since the pink and red go together, and then I just tapped the bottom into the red. And then the last card I created, I love taking the dies and using those to make a background. And then this also are some of the hearts that are in that die set. This stamp greeting is from the Be Mine Valentine stamp set. I love taking red and black together in order to make it more of a masculine card. And this one is also clear on the inside. Thank you so much for watching today. Showing up on the screen is another card collection video and also a video that YouTube thinks you would like. Since you made it this far, please leave a card emoji in the comments and consider subscribing and liking the video to help me out with the YouTube algorithm. See you next week.